we're really into knowing where our coffee is coming from, and with Circuit involved now, we're able to see that we can get coffee from Myanmar. We know who's growing it, we've been there, we can see the facilities, and we can now expand on that with the relationship, empowering the people locally to grow coffee trees, produce coffee, and then us in New Zealand, we can do our bit by getting that coffee to the market for them. So and raising the awareness further, in the community here, that people understand what's happening in Myanmar and how they can contribute as well into the big picture. So this guy Stu came into the workshop one day on his motorbike, and he was talking to us about coffee. So we talked to Stu, find out what he was interested in, what he was doing. There seemed to be an immediate attraction. I think it was more to do with Stu and the motorbikes and Stu loving motorbikes than anything else. So we had the opportunity to go to Myanmar. Stu invited us over, said he'd show us around. He took us to Greenland Coffee. It's an estate that's in Greenland, in the Mandalay region. So we spent basically a whole day there, going around the farm, tasting coffee with Saiwan, the owner, and just learning about his coffee journey and Myanmar coffee.
I don't know at that time the specialty coffee or what kind of coffee. I don't know. I just love to drink
coffee.
like coffee.
The flavor.
Yeah. And then before we come to coffee business, we have a rubber plantation.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, if I want to do in a business, I should grow coffee rather than rubber.
So the coffee that we're getting in from the Greenland Coffee Estate is two varieties. There's an SL34, which is a Kenyan variety, and then there's a Catamore from Costa Rica. So someone's experimenting growing lots of different coffee varieties. He's also instrumental in setting up the Mandalay Coffee Group, who do a lot of processing and quality control over the coffee. So I think a lot of it is using these partners, these people, to try and educate in the Myanmar coffee industry, to get help and collaborate together to see if we can expand on Myanmar coffee production and get them off the opium and into coffee. When we met Stu and Ruth, we got a better understanding of what they were about, who they were as people and what they were trying to achieve, and then we saw on the ground in Myanmar a little bit more about how Circuit works with the communities. We really like the way that they empower the people to really think about what they want, what they need, and that they're not sort of just giving them a load of cash and saying do what you want with it. They're actually making them think about how they spend the money, and that it's again a circle, that the money will make money, but also that they're not spending money on stuff that they don't need to spend it on. So it's about empowering the communities to create their own solutions to their problems, which longer term is going to hold them in a better way than giving gifts of money. We've done a little logo, it's just kind of a circle of production of the coffee in the process. So in the bottom here we've got the two hands, which represent the coming together of people in community and everyone being involved, and the little coffee tree, so that's the the gift of the coffee tree to the farmers to plant the coffee instead of the opium to get them started. The picking of the cherry, so that's in around the education of processing and how to actually get that coffee to the correct state for being able to sell it, and then shipping the coffee, the relationship of shipping the coffee then to New Zealand, and then us roasting and brewing the coffee and educating back to the customers, the consumers and everything, and the education that they have to understand the full circuit that coffee has gone through, and the relationships and the people involved all along the way.